Hey guys, Tomboy601, and today we have the Borodino, the keystone, the top tier reward from this birthday update, one that will cost you $70 in order to get. If you want a guide as to how to get it, we do have a full separate video for it, so go check that out. And if you like videos like this, make sure you hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. But today, let's go ahead and talk through its features and show off this fun little game. So Borodino, of course, Russian battleship with a couple of key features. One, it is probably the only Russian battleship in the game that is built around accuracy. It has some crazy accurate guns, assuming you are in the correct range. And what is the correct range? Well, Russian dispersion tends to be most accurate in that like 10, 11 kilometer range. And if you can find yourself in a position that puts you that range from the enemy, you're going to find yourself being incredibly successful. And that's just what we are planning to do here. We kind of identified this little island over here as the one that is probably going to provide us a bunch of success. It's going to give us the ability to get some decent crossfires into A, while also still being able to assist out on our side when necessary. The success with Borodino very much does come from making sure you are bowing, but doing it correctly, because, well, we'll go ahead and take a peek at that armor. Armor isn't exactly the best thing for Borodino. 25 millimeter upper bow, so lots of things can come through that, and a citadel that is very much poking through the side with no additional protection, so you will absolutely get slapped. So that's what you got to deal with armor. You're not incredibly survivable, but what do you get for all that survivability? Well, you get really good gun performance and some pretty good utility. The guns, you got two 3-barreled 406 millimeter guns. With our accuracy build, we have a 23.8 second reload and a range of 19.4 kilometers. So pretty impressive overall. But that's not the only trick Borodino really has up its sleeve, because, well, it does have a surprising amount of utility, mainly coming from its final consumable. So, of course, you have the damage control party, which is unique for the Russians, as this one, you have unlimited charges of the damage control party, as opposed to a set number or a limited number. Then you have a heal that is decent, but not overly fantastic. Enhanced secondary targeting, and then the piece de resistance, the reason you probably have your eyes on Borodino, if you do, is the radar. 11.7 kilometer radar, 20-second duration, and you get 2 charges of it. And, well, as you can see, the match has started to develop. The enemies are well within that 11 kilometer range. Cherbourg is pretty broadside to us. Those shells look absolutely gorgeous, and, well, there we go. Nice little first strike and dev strike to start off, and Nebraska seems to be following suit. And this is what Borodino specializes in: helping the lane across from where you spawn. If you can get those broadsides in, if you can manage the stuff correctly, its shells, its citadel hits are going to do 14,500 damage, and you basically get to cycle that gun every 20-something seconds. So if you know what you're doing, if you can position the ship successfully, you're going to see just some very consistent damage, some very high damage from it, because it has very, very powerful guns, but you need to know how to use them. I will say, at the farther ranges, at that 19 kilometers, you definitely are not getting the same punch-through results that we are seeing right here. So be cautious of that. This is sort of within its sweet spot. It does this damage, but when it works, man, oh boy, does it work incredibly, incredibly well. As far as our build goes for the vessel, let's go through our mod slots. In the first slot, we're using aiming system mod 1. Then we're using propulsion mod, since I think we're going to be up against these islands, so we're going to want to be able to throttle jockey as much as possible. Concealment mod, and then we do have main battery mod 3 installed as our final mod slot. In our commander, we are running Lev Galler. And before Borodino came out, or was in testing, I don't think I had ever used Lev Galler on anything, just because it's not the Russian playstyle. But Lev Galler does an excellent job. We're running Iachino in De Revel as the inspirations, then Flammable Cannoneer, gyrating drill bits, marksmanship, reaching out XXL, and fight fire with fire. The very base standard sort of accuracy build. You can absolutely run the brawler build on this, though I think you end up kind of wanting to build it into something separate. The range only hurts you a little bit as far as like being able to pen for big damage, but what really feels like it hurts is the loss of the accuracy traits if you go with a brawler build on Borodino, though. The results are still pretty good, and you can do absolutely fantastic if you run a brawler build. We had kind of both sorts of matches in this, but I ended up preferring Lev Galler. As Atlantico peeks out right here, we pick up the high caliber, and at this point I was like, okay, come on. Hopefully no one else shoots at Atlantico. We survived that first big hit there, and you can see, you know, you get punched through the nose very easily on Borodino. We've been fairly successful at avoiding damage before this, just because we didn't really have to worry about it. Also, this whole time, there has been a destroyer lurking in the area, so we're just kind of biding our time, but there is that Borodino, enemy Borodino right over there, and we're going to have to kind of keep him into consideration. The final thing that we kind of have to keep an eye on, as the Z44 serves himself up for the kill. I don't know what the plan was here, but, you know, I will take it and put us one off from the Kraken. Is, well, if we notice C, we're not exactly going to have our flank very protected for long. So knowing that, I go ahead and throw the ship in reverse, start swinging the guns, because I'm hoping to catch whatever this cruiser is by surprise and at least have a good hit with the main guns. And we absolutely do that as we pick up the Confederate and we start swinging out. We're like, okay, we're doing okay here. We are going to take some big hits from Salem, but we stop watching the other two battleships. And of course, as we angle into Salem, I'm trying to kind of split the angle between everyone, but that's not going to be enough. And we're going to ultimately end up being taken out by I think it's a dev strike, what it ends up being. But guys, that's Borodino overall. Is it worth $70? Probably not. Save your money, go get a Missouri. It's a battleship with radar. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, it's unique, but nothing special. Unfortunately, guys, this was a stream game. I did not get the scoreboard, so this is where I'm going to have to leave you. If you like videos like this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.